guys, and welcome back to another video. And this one right here is a story time, and it's been sitting on my chest. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning, just randomly getting up. I had to go into work today for a few hours. Anyways, this is gonna be a story time about fentanyl. And I don't really have the patience to keep doing like a lot of edits when it comes to like my story time videos, so I'm gonna just throw in a few pictures or whatnot just to give you a better understanding of what I mean. But reason why I want to shed light on this is because I actually lost my mom to a fentanyl overdose on May 31st of this year. And what made me do this video is another guy who grew up in the, well, I kind of grew up seeing this guy all the time, and handsome looking guy. I throw in a picture. Some of you may know him, some of you may not know him. But I seen this guy that was on the Baltimore's memorial page on Instagram, and I was looking, I'm like, dang, what happened to him? Did he get murdered? And the reason why I say that is because the city that we come from, most times when you see people on the memorial page, they more than likely got, murdered. So, I reached out to someone and I just asked him, like, hey, what happened? Like, he was just good this day, next day he's gone. And he mentioned to me that he overdosed on fentanyl. And I'm like, huh? So in my mind, I'm like, dang, he was getting high off of it? Like, how many people, what I'm saying, young like that, go through that? So it was kind of shocking. Alright, so boom, like I was saying, so yeah, they told me, they like, no, he wasn't a user, he was actually just battling it up. So the first thing in my head is, first of all, I didn't even feel bad, like, not to say it like that, but to know that this person actually passed away from just capping it up to pass out to other people out here in the streets that's going to possibly kill them. It was kind of like, huh? Like, what? I'm like, calm, not calm as a bee, but calm as a bee. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, once I actually found out how he died, I didn't feel, so bad. Not to say it like that. So, yes, come to find out, he was just capping it up to pass out to the streets, and he got too much of it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of caused him to OD. So, starting with my mom, I get the phone call. Well, actually, I got a text. I'm gonna throw in a picture of, when I got a text. So I got the 911 text from my aunt. I just had ordered, oh my God, what was it? TGI Fridays. I don't know why, but my boyfriend wanted TGI Fridays. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go and get that. So we ordered through DoorDash, and this time, normally I probably get like salmon or something, but this time I got like a baby back rib, something I normally wouldn't eat from there. I think he got like a burger or something like that. So the food arrived or whatnot. I just got the babies asleep, so I'm sitting down ready to enjoy my food, and I get a text, say 911. So I'm like, huh? Like, it was from my aunt, so I knew it was something serious. So I'm calling her, and as I'm calling her, she answered the phone, and she's very hysterical. She's crying. She like, Niece, it's your mom, she's gone. I can't get in contact with her. I knew something was wrong with her. And the reason why she was saying that is because days, weeks prior, like pretty much the whole month, like I said, May 31st is when she was actually pronounced dead. That's the day we found her. The entire month of May was just like off for us. Like, especially for me, I can tell you that. Like, from January up until May, it's just been, chaotic. But the month of May was just so weird. Like, it was weird to the point. I'm gonna just say it was weird, okay? So, the reason why I'm saying it is because normally we would hear from my mom. Like, so I just closed on my home, and she was gonna move in with me. I had a talk with her because at the old house, she was back using. Like, she checked herself out the program, moved into my home, which was a new adventure for me because me and my mom never stayed in the same household together. So, like I said, she checked out of the rehab facility. She moved in with me, and I say maybe like 1-2 months in, she just started getting back into the streets. I can see like when it started getting warm out. So once that occurred, you know, I had to have this talk with her because I'm letting her know, like, I'm starting to find these things all over the house. It's not going to work. I have kids. My kids get a hold of it. That falls on me. You know, so I kind of felt bad letting my mom know that she couldn't come move with me at the time, but I couldn't allow, you know, what she was doing be in my house. Like, it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would talk to her constantly, like, Mom, please stop. At least you want to do it, can you keep it out the house for the sake of the children? And she didn't, so I could not take that step with her moving her into my new home. So, like I said, the whole month of May was pretty much, like, it was just, like, very weird. So, I wasn't really in contact with her, just trying to get in contact with her, just not seeing her the places I would normally see her. Which led us to, you know, start looking for her. My aunt, she mentioned, she called me one day, she like, I might just go around and just find her, because normally people say they see her, but nobody has seen her. Granted, she was still alive. She was just, you know, ducked off. So, jumping back to May 31st, you know, my aunt, she's calling me, she's hysterical, she's crying and stuff like that. I'm like, niece, just calm down, because I had so many death scares with my mom in the past. Like, it's been so many. Like, I'm talking about the day I had my son, the day I was going to get discharged from having my son, Adriel, I get the phone call that she's been thrown out of a third-story window or something like that. Like, it's understanding, like, it's been so many death scares I had with my mom, so I didn't know if this was a real one or not. Not to say it like that, but I was just so unsure because of the life that she lived. So, I'm telling my aunt, I'm like, just come, you know, just come get me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know for sure. She was like, niece, I'm telling you. Or whatever. So I'm just trying to like keep her calm, but also like keep my sanity. Like, no, I'm not really hearing this right now. Like, it's really the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just weird. It was just so weird and just off, and it made me so angry. So I go upstairs, get dressed or whatnot, I check on the babies, make sure they're good, and I just had like a full breakdown. Like, I screamed. I think I was in a corner just bawling like a baby, and then I really had to pull myself together because I'm like, okay, it might just be another, you know, situation like before, like, you know what I'm saying? So my aunt shows up, we get inside the car, we go down to the place that, you know, she was last seen to be living, and she was staying with a guy named Moody. So we get to the building, they got it's a senior citizen home. They got security guards and stuff, you know, right at the front of the building. So we pull up, you know, we asking them, you know, we're rushing, like, hey, I need to go up there and get to such and such a room. We just got a phone call that my mom was up there dead. Bye. So security like, we ain't hear nothing. Like, the ambulance people just left and they ain't take nobody with them. So we like, huh? So a part of me was like, okay, maybe it's just another scare. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, because now I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, now I'm like getting pissed because they're not trying to let us get upstairs, but they also assuring us that the ambulance is left and no one has died. So me and my aunt go back outside. I think we parked the car in the right spot because, mind you, we just whipped in, you know what I'm saying, hurry up and got out the car. So they like, you gotta park the car in the designated area was gonna get towed. So we go out, park the car, grab our IDs or whatnot. She do all that, come inside the building. So we get the information to the room that we needed. So as soon as we get in the elevator, we get to going up. As soon as we get to the room, mind you, we pulled up, we didn't see no officer or nothing like that. We seen the ambulance truck pulled off, but I didn't think nothing of it. So as soon as we get off the elevator, we hit the bend, boom. I see an officer, he come out the building. Like, not the building, but he came out the room. So he stepped out and he had asked, like, yeah, are you such and such? So he like, yeah. So he walked up, came up to me and was like, yeah, I'm sorry to tell you that your mom has been pronounced dead. So it was soaking in now. So I'm like, okay, it is true. You know, so, you know, I get to walking into the room or whatever, because I'm asking him, like, well, is it okay if I go in? Like, it's not really setting on me. It's setting on me, but it's not really setting on me. So I'm like, you mind if I can go in and see it? He like, yeah, sure, just don't touch anything because you got the crime scene investigators whatnot coming. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go inside there and I'm just looking. I have a clip of that too, and I'm not sure how YouTube would go about me showing that, but I do have a clip of me actually walking into the room the minute, you know, the officer gave me the news. And I walked in and I seen her laying there, and I was just like, damn. Like, she still has so much life in her. Like, you see how my eyes look right now? That's exactly how eyes look. It was still glossy, still had life in it. I'm looking like, you ain't there. I'm like, get the fuck up, stop playing. I'm like, get up, I'm playing. Because my family have a crazy way of grieving. It's weird. But I'm sitting like, get the fuck up. Like, why are you playing? Like, get up. Like, you always playing and shit. I'm just looking like, yo, she's not getting up. Like, her mouth was just like it looked crazy. Yeah, and then the guy who she was staying with, he was actually sitting on the chair, just stunned, like. And from what I know, my mom always told me, like, yeah, Moody's a good guy, you know, I can always trust him, blah, 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 blah. So he just sitting there, just stunned, or whatever the case may be. So I think I might have asked him, like, hey, are you okay? He might have said, yeah, or whatever. So, afterwards, the officer asked could we step out because the crime scene investigators was here. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I go downstairs. Actually, yep, so I leave out and I go downstairs, and I'm just like walking around. Like, I'm just walking around like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm really like in shock, you know, because I'm like, yo, like, I felt so guilty, one, because I'm like, I felt like my mom was still in the presence of me. If I wouldn't have denied her the privilege of coming to my new home, you know what I'm saying, she might have still would have been alive. But, you know, people was telling me, like, look, you can't go blaming yourself for that, which I get. But still, like, I feel guilty. I felt bad, and still to this day, I still feel bad. And at the time, we didn't know exactly, you know, what she died from, because she was on dialysis. So I didn't know if she died from being sick, you know, heart attack, anything like that, or it actually was drugs, because she'd been doing it for so long. I didn't think, you know what I'm saying, something like that would actually knock her out, but it did. So I'm inside the hallway or whatever, and I see the people go up with the body bag. It was all flat, wasn't nothing in it. I think that's when reality set in for me. And maybe like 10 minutes later, they came back down with her inside the bed. And when I seen her, like, I just seen her body just in the bed, I broke down. Be gentle with her. Y'all know y'all being gentle. Be extra gentle with her. Yeah, extra gentle. Or she gonna come back and haunt y'all. For real, I'm dead ass. She ain't play. For real, don't be tossing her around like she no rag doll. That's Reese money. She from the A.
You would never do that.
Yeah.
You would never do that.
Ma, I love you.
Only a few minutes with you, right? Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh, my mother gone. My mother is gone. So, you know, fast forward, I think this was it could have been like a Tuesday night or something like that. So now this is Wednesday going into Thursday. You know, now we're just trying to get information, you know, to start making arrangements and stuff like that for our funeral, trying to figure out what we want to do. So fast forward to when I found out exactly her cause of death. This was maybe a week after she'd been cremated, because that was her wishes. She wanted to be cremated. So about a week after she was cremated, you know, every day I was calling like, hey, have you found the cause of death yet? Hey, a report come back yet? Whatever the case may be. And I finally got in contact with the person. She was like, yeah, her cause of death was fentanyl intoxication. And I was like, just like I had to think about it. I'm like, huh? I'm like, fentanyl? And it was like, yes. And I was just like, oh, okay, thank you. And I just left it at that.
You gotta think of something good and then blow my face. Like something like a